Would you wash some rice with me?
Sure.
Right now. Get your hands into it. Knead that rice. Feel it. Play along.
Oh, he is.
Close your eyes. See it swirling. Feel those grains. Yeah, you can get kinky with it. No harm done. Now, rinse and wash again. And rinse and wash again. And one more time, rinse. Do you feel the appreciation and the gratitude for that rice? How deep, how pure, how profound? In spiritual gratitude, when we are truly appreciating, there is a tangible transfer of energy between us and what we're appreciating. There is a receipt and a return, energetically. And what does it mean to appreciate? Appreciation means to increase. To increase. Whatever we appreciate in life, whatever we bring our mindful attention to in life, will appreciate. It will increase. It is the law of the universe. And when we appreciate from the heart, it is sweet, and it is sublime, and it is sacred. Spiritual gratitude is not a static inward force. And sometimes I can find myself saying, well, I'm grateful for, there's that grateful for, and I feel the energy going in. As I said, there's nothing wrong with this. It's a good thing. And I am grateful for so many blessings. But to be grateful within the moment, to be grateful for the moment. If you're in Southeast Asia, you likely don't have, you could go to this place. What? Rice again? Really? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, rice every day? Yes. Yes, for millions and millions of people. What are we grateful for in the moment? How do we appreciate what is before us, what is on our plate now? How do we give thanks for what is, even when it doesn't look the way we want it to be? How do we give thanks? Because it's our thanks that appreciates. The key to appreciation, the key is always looking for the relationship. Always. In everything you do, in every moment of your day, look for the relationship. And that may involve some redefinition of what relationship means to you. It may broaden, it may increase, it may appreciate your concept of relationship. Daniel Urbach recently had an epiphany around just such a relationship. Daniel?
Hello.
Good morning.
I am Rose and Ed Burbach's son. If you know him, you may or may not. I had a spiritual awakening about 11 months ago. I had been making some very questionable lifestyle choices for a number of years, and as a result, I became a very angry, depressed, judgmental person. One morning I woke up and decided I didn't like the person I'd become. So I started seeing a spiritual teacher and healer, who I'm still seeing today. The ancient practice that this amazing woman has shown me has profoundly changed my life forever. She showed me how to connect to the divine energies, the earth and the sun. These energies are something tangible, something I can really feel. It's like a blissful euphoria flooding my body. And they have radically transformed the way I do life, clearing away the negative patterns that have clouded the doors of my perception for so long, helping me more and more to live a life of love, joy, and kindness. I recently wrote a post for a blog, which Dana is asking me to share with you. I'm terrified right now.
We love you, Dan. And breathe. Take a breath.
All right. Lying on my bed yesterday evening, reading a digital copy of Paramahansa Yogananda's autobiography of Yogi on my iPhone, I had one of the most important realizations of my entire life. Reading the book, I kept noticing a theme that felt foreign to me. It was profound gratitude, respect, humility, and devotion that Paramahansa, among many others in the book, had for Divine Mother Earth, as well as Heavenly Father Son. All of a sudden, I became aware that, although my ego would like to say otherwise, these characteristics were indeed missing from my spiritual practice. I realized that instead of acknowledging Divine Mother Earth for how beautiful and merciful and generous she really is, I've been treating her like some tool that I can just use to get high whenever I want. Instead of being in a reciprocal, respectful relationship with her, I've been coldly treating her like just some thing, some good feeling that I'm entitled to. And as soon as I realized this, her loving energy came pounding up through my legs, into my chakras, like the waves of the ocean pounding the beach, with a depth and intensity that I've rarely felt before. She was intelligently and consciously confirming, yes, Daniel. Shortly afterwards, my family and I decided to have a little fire and roast some marshmallows. As I was gathering the wood, I was having difficulty staying grounded. And when I say grounded, I mean connected to Mother Earth and the energy that I'm talking about. So I stopped what I was doing with my hand on a piece of wood, and I asked permission. Mother Earth, may I burn this wood? And I felt a very small response. Upon receiving confirmation, I started to pick up the wood, but then I stopped myself again, realizing that I hadn't thanked her. And so I thanked her with all the gratitude I could muster, and once again she came joyfully flooding into my being. I think it's high time that we as human beings break this spell of ungratefulness, this tendency to use everything without giving anything in return. The truth is, we're not entitled to anything. Divine Mother Earth loves us more deeply than we can possibly imagine, but we must be careful not to take advantage of that love. We must keep in mind that this is a living, conscious being that we're interacting with, one who hears every thought and sees every action, and not just some energy that we can use to feel good. Respect, gratitude, humility, and devotion. This is all she asks, and in my personal opinion, it's not very much to ask for profound lasting bliss.
Thank you, Daniel. I've read his post now probably 6 times, and I'm going to read it again. Daniel said, in truth, we're not entitled to anything. Is there truth in that statement? Yeah. Yes. I would add, not take away. We are also entitled to everything. In the book of Luke, Jesus says, "Do not fear, for it is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." Both statements are true. We are not entitled to anything, and we are entitled to everything. Which brings me to one of my favorite things in my theology, which is divine paradox. Both are equally true. You and I are entitled to as much as our hearts can hold. And even more. As our hearts and minds and consciousness continues to evolve and expand in appreciation of the relationship that we live in with Divine Mother Earth, Divine Father Son, divine rice, divine children, divine musicians and divine music, divine husbands and wives, family and friends. It is as we appreciate that our gratitude grows and evolves endlessly. So, right after that statement that Jesus made, it is your Father's goodwill to give you the kingdom. It goes on, the verse goes on. It says, sell all your possessions and give alms. Make purses for yourself that do not wear out. A virtual heavenly treasure, where thieves come not near and moths do not destroy. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. What is a possession? Better yet, what does a possession do? Possess. Possessions possess. If you have a lot of possessions, if I have a lot of possessions, we're possessed. It says it right there. Possessions. It's like a big neon sign. What kind of relationship do we have?